In our last episode, the teacher stared into the face of death. He watched the oppressed weep without comfort, the rich lie awake with anxiety. The wise and the fool share the same dust. He concluded that the dead know nothing, their love and hate forgotten, their stake in the world erased. But he did not end in paralysis. He urged us to eat with gladness, love with intention, and work with all our might, because the grave is coming and there will be no working there. Now we come to the teacher's conclusion. After all the observations, after all the vapor, what remains? The race is not to the swift, or the battle to the strong, nor does food come to the wise, or wealth to the brilliant, or favor to the learned, but time and chance happen to them all. This is not fatalism. It is observation. The world does not reliably reward merit. The fast do not always win. The smart do not always eat. Time and chance intervene. Moreover, no one knows when their hour will come. As fish are caught in a cruel net, or birds are taken in a snare, so people are trapped by evil times that fall unexpectedly upon them. We are vulnerable. We are mortal. We do not know the hour. I also saw under the sun this example of wisdom that greatly impressed me. There was once a small city with only a few people in it, and a powerful king came against it, surrounded it, and built huge siege works against it. Now there lived in that city a man poor but wise, and he saved the city by his wisdom. But nobody remembered that poor man. So I said, wisdom is better than strength. But the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are no longer heeded. Wisdom can save a city, but the one who provides it may be forgotten. Merit does not guarantee memory. Contribution does not guarantee credit. The quiet words of the wise are more to be heeded than the shouts of a ruler of fools. Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroys much good. Wisdom matters, but it is fragile. One fool can undo what many wise people build. As dead flies give perfume a bad smell, so a little folly outweighs wisdom and honor. The ratio is cruel. A few dead flies ruin the whole jar. A little folly cancels a lifetime of wisdom. The heart of the wise inclines to the right, but the heart of the fool to the left. Even as fools walk along the road, they lack sense and show everyone how stupid they are. The fool announces themselves. They cannot hide. If a ruler's anger rises against you, do not leave your post. Calmness can lay great offenses to rest. Wisdom includes emotional regulation. Do not react. Stay calm. Let the storm pass. Whoever digs a pit may fall into it. Whoever breaks through a wall may be bitten by a snake. Whoever quarries stones may be injured by them. Whoever splits logs may be endangered by them. Life is risky. Every action carries potential consequence. The world bites back. If the axe is dull and its edge unsharpened, more strength is needed, but skill will bring success. Work smarter, not harder. This is practical wisdom. Ship your grain across the sea. After many days, you may receive a return. Invest in 7 ventures, yes, in 8. You do not know what disaster may come upon the land. Diversify. Spread your risk. The future is unknown. Whoever watches the wind will not plant. Whoever looks at the clouds will not reap. Paralysis by analysis. The one who waits for perfect conditions will never act. As you do not know the path of the wind, or how the body is formed in a mother's womb, so you cannot understand the work of God, the maker of all things. Mystery remains. We do not understand how wind moves, or how life begins. We certainly do not understand God. Sow your seed in the morning, and at evening let your hands not be idle, for you do not know which will succeed, whether this or that, or whether both will do equally well. Keep working, morning and evening. You do not know which effort will bear fruit. Faithfulness matters more than certainty. Light is sweet, and it pleases the eyes to see the sun. However many years anyone may live, let them enjoy them all. But let them remember the days of darkness, for there will be many. Everything to come is meaningless. Enjoy the light. Remember the darkness is coming. Hold both truths at once. You who are young, be happy while you are young, and let your heart give you joy in the days of your youth. Follow the ways of your heart and whatever your eyes see, but know that for all these things God will bring you into judgment. This is not a blank check for hedonism. It is permission to enjoy youth, tempered by the knowledge that choices have consequences. So then, banish anxiety from your heart, and cast off the troubles of your body, for youth and vigor are meaningless. Youth passes, vigor fades, even these are vapor. And now the teacher's most famous poem, a meditation on aging and death. Remember your Creator in the days of your youth, before the days of trouble come and the years approach when you will say, I find no pleasure in them. Before the sun and the light and the moon and the stars grow dark, and the clouds return after the rain. When the keepers of the house tremble, and the strong men stoop, when the grinders cease, because they are few, and those looking through the windows grow dim. When the doors to the street are closed, and the sound of grinding fades. When people rise up at the sound of birds, but all their songs grow faint. When people are afraid of heights and of dangers in the streets. When the almond tree blossoms, and the grasshopper drags itself along, and desire no longer is stirred. Then people go to their eternal home, and mourners go about the streets. The body is a house. The arms tremble, the back bends, the teeth are few, the eyes grow dim, the ears fail, sleep is light, song is faint, the world becomes frightening, desire fades. And then the end. Remember him before the silver cord is severed, and the golden bowl is broken, before the pitcher is shattered at the spring, and the wheel broken at the well. And the dust returns to the ground it came from, and the spirit returns to God who gave it. Meaningless, meaningless, says the teacher. Everything is meaningless. This is where the teacher ends. Vapor, dust, return. But the book does not end there. An editor speaks. A voice outside the teacher's meditation adds a conclusion. Not only was the teacher wise, but he also imparted knowledge to the people. He pondered and searched out and set in order many proverbs. The teacher searched to find just the right words, and what he wrote was upright and true. The words of the wise are like goads, their collected sayings like firmly embedded nails, given by one shepherd. The teacher was wise. His words were true. They are meant to prod us, to embed themselves in our minds, to guide us. Be warned, my son, of anything in addition to them. Of making many books there is no end, and much study wearies the body. Too many books, too much study. The editor knows that wisdom can become its own trap. And now the final verdict. Now all has been heard. Here is the conclusion of the matter. Fear God and keep His commandments, for this is the duty of all mankind. For God will bring every deed into judgment, including every hidden thing, whether it is good or evil. After all the vapor, after all the observations about death and injustice and the limits of wisdom, the book lands on two imperatives. Fear God, keep His commandments. This is not a retreat from the teacher's honesty. It is the only response that makes sense of it. If everything under the sun is vapor, then meaning must come from beyond the sun. If human achievement cannot bear the weight of ultimate significance, then significance must rest elsewhere. But notice what the conclusion does not do. It does not explain. It does not answer Job's why or the teacher's what profit. It does not resolve the tension between Proverbs' confidence and Ecclesiastes' doubt. The fear of the Lord is offered not as explanation, but as posture. Not as the answer to our questions, but as the right way to stand when the questions remain unanswered. Wisdom in its deepest form is epistemic humility, knowing that we do not know, and trusting anyway. The fear of the Lord is where Proverbs began. It is where Ecclesiastes ends. We have traveled far in this series. We sat with Job in the ashes, watching him curse the day of his birth, argue with friends who could not hear him,